On today's episode of a toy I've already talked about half a dozen times already in different colors, now we have Arc Commander Colt. I love this mold, it's pretty great, but I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it's talking about the same thing in different colors. It's like, here it is, it's the same thing in different colors. And now it's Commander Colt. Isn't that great? We all love Colt. Honestly, it is great because Commander Colt is a fan favorite, and the original figure has never been easy to get. Even when it was first released over a decade ago, that original Commander Colt was a hard figure to acquire. So the fact that we have this Walmart exclusive one that, so far these Walmart exclusives seem decently easy to acquire, it's nice. It's nice that this thing can be acquired for under 20 bucks. When even back in the day, I think I spent like about 20-ish, maybe 30-ish bucks on my old Clone Wars Commander Colt, which we will do a comparison of. But yeah, here's good old Commander Colt. I do have a second one in the box. When I ordered it, I accidentally ordered two. Well, I didn't accidentally order two. I ordered two to get free shipping. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. I have it. It's not really a figure I particularly want to have carded. Get out of here. Get out of here. No. Don't ask for it. Don't ask for it. I'll figure it out. But yeah, it's a nice card back. I really do enjoy it. Very nice, iconic image of Commander Colt on the card right there. I mean, you even saw I had him posed like that at the start and in the thumbnail. Clone Wars 20th anniversary. He does look very nice in the card. I do have to say that. I really do like his presentation. And then the back, we can see it's got Havoc. And it's pretty much got that, the most recent wave we've been seeing for plenty of weeks now. They are actually changing the card back, though. As of SDCC, they're changing it back to the original style, but they're not showing the first version of the toy. They're just showing the same toy you're already buying. Kind of odd. But anyways, yeah, let's set that off to the side, and let's bring in the toy I've already talked about half a dozen times, but now in different colors. Arc Commander Colt. Honestly, man, like, what can I really add to the conversation here? I've already talked about this thing half a dozen times. I think actually 7 times. Let's see, there's the 3 500 first ones, and the 3 Gaming Greats ones, and then Havoc. So yeah, this is my 8th time talking about this exact same figure, but now it's probably in the best colors it's ever been in. The Colt color scheme is very, very cool, and I think they probably did the best job with painting this mold with Commander Colt, especially the helmet. Hasbro's been struggling with applying the tampograph or the print or whatever on the helmets, and I think with Colt, both of my copies, they seem pretty good. It's not 100%, it's not 100% perfect, but it's pretty good. It's molded in gray and then painted white, and I'm happy to report that the white paint is pretty nice and crisp. There's no real fading, no real bleeding. It almost looks like it's molded in that white. It's pretty great. Yeah, the colors look nice. He's got his grays, he's got his reds, he's got his armored boots, he's got his armored chest. It's Commander Colt. I don't know what to tell you. I do want to show the comparison between my helmets. So you can see the one I kept in the box, I feel like is a little off-center, but I think they're both a little off, but I think the one I opened is a little less off, I suppose. And obviously you can see what he comes with accessory-wise. It's the same thing we've already seen. He's got the carbine, which awesomely fits onto the backpack. He's got the little DC-17 pistols, which are still very loose. If you tap him, yeah, there they go. It's kind of loose in there. I don't feel like it's super duper loose, but I have lost one. I have lost one of these pistols, and they do fit in the hand, and it is kind of loose in the hand, so again, I think those pistols probably could have been a little larger just for the toy's sake. I know size-wise they're pretty accurate, but just for the toy's sake, making them a little bigger wouldn't have hurt. And then he has the rifle. Obviously, it's the same rifle we have seen with all of these ARC troopers. It's a nice figure, it really is. Like I said, this is probably my favorite version of it. I do love Havoc, though. Havoc is a personal favorite of mine, but I think when it comes to the quality of this, Colt's great. I do appreciate, though, he does have the actual accurate head underneath, because this is only a face you see in that very controversial deleted scene, basically, where Ventress stabs him and kisses him. That scene was so brutal, they had to cut that out because it was just too much. And honestly, yeah, it's pretty extreme for a kid's show. So yeah, it's nice they did include the show accurate head. Would have been very upsetting if they just did a regular standard clone face. Which, by the way, it was kind of elaborated in the comments and everything. Arc Commander Havoc, he has 2 variants. I actually didn't really know it too well when I made the video. Here, let me actually just pull him down. Just while I'm talking about it. Because I have my carded one right beside me here. So good old Havoc here. You can see his face. Kind of has this cool goatee and everything. And when I made the video, I kind of thought it was more of a Hasbro decision to give him a little bit of cool, unique design to his head. But they actually looked at the head of another clone trooper named Havoc from the whole Brain Invaders thing. And it's not the same character. They just have the same name. So they might have realized that and decided to make a variant of this guy without the goatee. But me personally, the fact that he's got a goatee, I just think that's really cool. I really do appreciate that uniqueness. Reminds me of that old vintage collection, Captain Fordo, they did years and years ago. But yeah, I do appreciate that Colt does have the accurate head. Oh man, honestly, seeing these side by side now. I don't have Blitz yet because me being in the US, I'm at the mercy of Walmart with getting these. So they have not sent out Blitz yet. But I think I ordered 2 Blitzes too. So, man, I don't know. I think having all 3 arcs carded might actually look pretty sweet. We'll see. We'll see what I do. But for now, I'm gonna hold on to this. I'll figure it out later. So yeah, technically because Colt uses the bald head, I guess he's a repaint of Jesse specifically. So yeah, it's the same figure we've seen. Same articulation, pretty nice. He does still have the floaty armor. I'm sure some people glue that down, but it doesn't bug me enough to glue it down. He's got the ball joint. He is kind of short, you know, compared to other troopers we've seen in the past, but it's not short enough to bug me. It's just a nice figure, man. I do wish it had ball joints in the hips. This is one of the last new molds they made with the ball hinges for the hips still. And ball hinges just make it just a little cumbersome with moving them around. But it's definitely better than swivels, which is what the original Colt had. And speaking of him, let's bring out my original Colt. And of course, because it's old and because of my luck, he does have the pee-pee crotch issue. So at least it's not too bad, but man, I just gotta paint him. But yeah, you can see this original Colt. It was a retail release. It was one of the only retail releases of these old ARC Trooper molds, like single carded. The other ones were in battle packs. And you can see the helmets they used, like especially comparing it to the card back there. The helmet they used just looks nothing like the show. It looks nothing like it. I've never been the biggest fan of the actual animated Clone Wars, you know, ARC Trooper helmets. They just don't look right. A lot of the rest of the figure, though, is pretty accurate. He's got the red stripings. He's got the red on the arms. He's got the red pauldron. It's a good figure. This original Colt is a good figure. But if you're wanting a Commander Colt in your collection, with all these ARC Troopers, just get the newer ones. The newer ones are just better. They come with more, they're more articulated, they're a realistic style, so they're going to fit in with the vast majority of your clone collection. Just get the new ones. Honestly, they're much cheaper. I prefer them. If I ever have to do a big purge of my Star Wars figure collection, which, God forbid I have to, but, you know, I might at some point. I might have to. If I gotta get rid of some, I'm going to get rid of the old Clone Wars arcs and keep the new vintage collection ones. They're just better. And actually, as I was talking about that, I was looking around my room. Bear with me for just a second. I got a funny comparison to make. I forgot I had this. I have a third Commander Colt toy. It's actually a very funny one. I forgot they did this. And of course I have it. It's the little, like, Galactic Heroes Jedi Force one. Oh my gosh, I forgot this existed. And this one, actually, the paint on this one is also fairly accurate. It's not super accurate. It's missing some little details here and there. Some liberties were taken. But still, isn't that funny? There's all 3 Commander Colts from Hasbro. I don't think they made it anymore. I don't think other companies really did it. Man, if Hot Toys, they've got that ARC Trooper mold now. If they make a prototype ARC Trooper helmet and start releasing these guys, I think I might have to grab them. Who knows? We'll see. Colt's great. This new Colt is my personal favorite. It's just so nice, man. You can see the height difference ain't that bad. You can move the rangefinder. He's just a cool figure. I recommend him. if you like Commander Colt, grab yourself this new Vintage Collection one. It's my personal favorite of the Commander Colts, and it's one of my favorite versions of this mold. I think quality-wise, it is the best version of this mold, because some of them did have some pretty bad print issues, but thankfully, so far, at least out of my 2 representatives of Colt, they look pretty decent. Alrighty, guys, let me know what you think about the 8th iteration of this mold. We still have the 9th to go, and I'm sure we'll see even more. Oh, man, I'll buy them. I'll buy them, but I'm not going to lie. After the 8th iteration, what else do I have to say, man? We all know that what this figure's got going on. Now it's just in Commander Colt flavor. I've somehow managed to still talk about it for 10 minutes, though. Alrighty, there you go, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think about this. Special shout out to channel members, as always. Thank you all so much for the continued support. Have a great one, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Oh, first, before I leave. Mwah. Okay, now we're done.